It's the spinning wheel of death.
It says we're live. I'll check on the YouTubes.
Oh yeah, and we probably should wait for the grandfather clock to do its business.
To do its thing.
Yeah. This will be the longest one. Unless if we go 45 minutes and yeah. Well, I'm gonna assume we're live.
It says we're live as of my YouTube. So
hello everybody. Welcome to Tackling the TBR Volume 9. Yeah. We're back.
We're here. We're still alive, even though I haven't posted anything and people have thought something's wrong. And I'm like, no, life is just busy.
I realize that I haven't been on social media in like 2 weeks. It's lovely. Once I put stuff up on
hi Liz.
Schedule it, I'm just like done. Hey Liz. So I have people that are like, you get on all the time and post for book club, and I'm like, I actually have that stuff scheduled. So I
didn't even know you could until you told me. I was like, yeah.
Facebook you can, Instagram you can, but Instagram, because I have a separate one for the book club, I basically go on there, take 30 seconds to post it, make sure it goes live, and I'm like, peace. Commenting, super sorry, I didn't see it. But yeah.
So what have you been reading?
Not a lot. The most thing that I just finished was PL's book, Alliance Pride.
I need book 5 now.
Well, what are you doing to us, sir? I
know.
Read. I did finish the Hotlanta series by Megan Quinn.
The one you didn't like, right?
Okay, here's the thing. I fucking hated it like 95% of the time, but it was also so good and I couldn't put it down. So that says
like
a lot.
Compulsively readable.
Yeah, I think it ended up being like 3 stars for the most part, 3 to 3.5. So it wasn't one that I'm like, I've got to go back and reread it, but it's also not one where I'm just like, I regret having read it, if that makes sense. So there we are with that one. And then, yeah, so aside from that one, Alliance Pride's the last one that I finished. I'm reading 2 other books. So my Kindle book to keep my Kindle streak going.
My Kindle streak is like 50 days now, so I'm trying.
Me too.
I'm trying it.
Working to get it back.
I'm trying, Jen. I'm at your heels. I'm trying.
So I had told myself when books were coming through at the library, as long as like 45 of them didn't come at once, I was gonna like read the first one. Yeah, that comes, and then I'll delay the other ones. I'll do one at a time. I'll be smart about it. So I'm reading Belladonna by, I think it's Adeline
Grace.
Mm-hmm.
I have that book.
Which is a lot different than I thought it would be. For some reason, like I read it and I assumed that she would just be like this. Well, there was a small little snippet on the back, and maybe it's because it had been like 7 months since I last read it. In my mind, I had misinterpreted it, but basically it was something about how it took so many belladonna berries to kill someone. So I just assumed kind of like the, was it The Lost Apothecary, where we were hoping that she would like give poison to people to kill their like terrible husbands. In my mind, I think that's what I thought it was going to be. Very different, but it's also really good. And then
I like Adeline Grace.
Yeah. My physical book that I'm reading is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I told myself I need to read 2 chapters each day, and I'll finish it by the end of September. And I'm hoping that I can have all of my books caught up by the end of the month. So that would be awesome, because I think I started this one in July on my cruise, and then I set it aside because I had read like 2 chapters and I could. So that's what I'm reading. And I have a bajillion things on my to-read list.
As always.
20 pagers. That's awesome, though.
Shannon's here. Hi, Shannon. Hi.
I can say with confidence, Shannon, that that's this month, because every time that we get together, she tells us that she's read about 20 books, and I'm always super impressed. And I just don't know how you do it, Liz, but I love it so much. And yeah. And then the late was, yay, grocery orders. Nice.
I love it.
I honestly miss you, grocery shopping, but
I hate grocery shopping with a burning passion.
Yay! And I got shut down. And dang it. Yep. So yeah, we don't necessarily have any books picked for this month. I did create some StreamYard thumbnails, and the one for November. So here's the thing we all have to like keep in mind for reading. Throne of
Secrets.
The Throne of Holland is the first one. Secrets. I always wanted to mix them up.
Secrets.
Throne of Secrets comes out October 29th. And then our next book club, which would be October 30th, we're not going to discuss it. So don't feel like you have to.
It's probably like 600 pages. There's no way we could do that.
Oh, no. I mean, if we stayed up all night and did that.
If we stayed up all night and stayed very caffeinated, yes.
I'm no longer that age, guys.
I'm too old for that shit. I'm grouchy when I don't get enough sleep. I don't like me when I don't get enough sleep, so I can't do it.
But the next live stream after that would be November 14th, if I remember correctly, or maybe it's November 13th.
Let me check. I got it open right here.
2 weeks difference. So just keep that in mind.
November 13th and the 11th of December.
11th of December. Yeah. So then December would actually be Julie's I'll Be Home for Mischief, the Jacqueline Frost.
Yeah, I have to finish that one.
I need to. I got an art copy from NetGalley, and I need to
read it. Sometimes with NetGalley, it's so hard to read them on your Kindle.
Yeah.
They make it so difficult for no reason.
Yeah.
This is the book that I'm physically reading right now.
Oh, nice.
Jonah Goldvine. It's the first published book of Zora Neale Hurston. This was actually published the year my grandmother was born.
Dang.
So I'm reading that. I'm taking part in a Zora Neale Hurston read along for the last quarter of the year. Hi, Dina. Hi.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you and be like, hey,
oh, you're fine.
I know people in here.
Hi. And then I'm listening on Everend, which used to be Scribd. The Villain by, I always forget her name, Hannah Nicole Meyer. And the other book that I'm physically reading, because I'm a co-host of a readathon.
I told you to stop saying yes to things. You have to start telling people no.
Well, this is the last yes of the year. It is a short story Septober, so it's a readathon that's happening all of September and October, where we focus on short story anthologies and collections. Okay. And that's run by my friend Evie her channel is She Was Only Evie. If you've watched any of my Jane Austen content, you know Evie. But I'm reading, it's a horror anthology by Indigenous authors called Never Whistle at Night.
You lost me at horror. 100%. You said horror, I'm out.
But like not all of them are like the traditional horror. They're more like spiritual horror. Mm-hmm. Like with deities and stuff. It's really fun.
Okay.
So but this one I'll be working on for the next month. So I've just been slowly picking at it. And then in October, I joined a read along because it's a very slow read along because actually, Shannon, this helps that you're here if you're still here. I'm going to be reading Les Miserables. It's almost 1,400 pages, but because it's a 2-month read along, it's like 25 pages a day. So I can handle it.
That seems nice, but also seems like a really long book.
It's a chunk.
I remember watching Shannon cut the book into like 7 different books because it was
you have to. That's why I'm like, I like the idea. Like my friend Dee Dee, who's running the read along, is like, it's 26 pages a day. I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah.
That I can do.
My 2 chapters of funny story. I can read 20 pages per day. Yeah, but Liz, I love a lot of these. Midnight Sun, I mean, I Twihard through and through, fucking loved it. I know people are just like, oh, it's terrible. And I'm like, it is terrible, but it also brought
series I never got into.
We need to read Lore Olympus. Like, it's got to happen. And I'm really sad to see A Fragile Enchantment was meh because I got in a book box and I was like, this actually sounds interesting, but I will still read it. And then I could probably be like, yeah, you're right. Meh seems good. The schedule, I had different days noted. Yes, so I did. I think originally tell everyone different days, and then I was like, I think we're pushing.
We changed it like in between when we were meeting because we were trying to make sure because of the way the holidays fell.
Yeah, I just felt like a week before the holidays, everyone's going to be insane. And so I was like, you know what? 2 weeks gives everyone just a little bit more, no pressure. I mean, we're all just chatting here anyways. But at the same time, I was just like, for people that wanted to come, it would just be one less during the holidays.
Yeah.
Everyone says hi. I just got my... I feel like I have this.
Ooh, I like the name of. I like the title.
I think it was a special edition book. I'll have to look. Good luck. That's what I said.
I'm gonna get ready to cry. I know I'm probably gonna cry.
Oh yeah, I thought I could do that, but I ended up going with 15 minutes a day. That's not bad.
That's better than none.
Shannon, I remember when I used to you would always have just like 30 books
on the go at the time, and I'm like, how, man?
But then you would like go through them. You had like times and you just do it. I was always so impressed. I mean, I still am impressed by that. Maybe I need to do something along that line just to get through some of my books. I have so many.
My biggest problem is like I've been enjoying rereading, and it's like there are so many new books, but I also want to reread favorites, and I'm like,
I honestly just want to live in a Megan Quinn book. Even the one that sucked terribly, after a while, I could just start to see and hear like some of the other characters and the nuances. And I'm like, she's starting to find her voice as the series went on.
I love her as a person. I wish I loved her books because she seems awesome. I love like following her on social media. She seems awesome.
Oh, yeah. She's coming to Arizona. Oh my God, guys. The next time
I know you're so
excited. Megan Quinn. I'm so floored. I kid you not, like hours. I saw the post and within seconds I sent it to Nicole and I'm like, can you go with me? Because I don't think I can go by myself. And she's like, I'm there. October 16th, the day after her new book comes out, we're the first stop on her book tour. I'm so excited.
I'm actually 2 days after that going to a bookish event myself.
Hey,
I'm going to the new book release for Louise Erdrich's new book. She's a Indigenous author, and she's going to be in Nashville. So it's not really like right down the street for me. So we're just going to make a weekend out of it and have fun.
Hey, that'll be awesome, though.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you. I'm all over the place as well, Shannon. The funny thing is, I feel like I start like 4 or 5 books, but I really only dedicate my time to one of them.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I
want pictures, man.
I'm hoping that I can the thing is when I meet a celebrity, I'm gonna call her a celebrity. I'm basically a deer in the headlights. It's gonna be the same thing.
Are you a deer in the headlights with Cutie Pie Pierce Brown?
Mr. Cutie Pie? Yeah. He actually
ate for the last book so I can freaking start the
this will haunt me till the day I die. Like I randomly think about it and I'm just like, oh my God, why did I even say words? He signing my book and he's like, do you have a question for me? And I was just like, you probably get asked a lot of questions. So I'm going to do something silly. What's your favorite color? And he goes, green. And I'm like, it's not red because of Red Rising. And I was just like, oh my God, why did I say anything? The things.
I love you, Jen.
He probably doesn't even remember this, but it will literally be the thing that I'm just like, I should just have killed myself right then and there because I could not have been like more. Yeah, sorry, but yeah. And let's reread. See, I would love to read classics, but I kind of hate classics, so I'm just gonna save myself and just stick with.
Are you open to reading retellings of the classic?
It's hard to say.
Okay. Because you know the general plot of, you've read Pride and Prejudice.
That one I have read and I didn't hate, but I also think I liked the Colin Firth BBC version 10 times better than the book.
Who doesn't? But there is a YA version of the time period lawyers, like the law firm is Longbourn, which is the name of the house. So like because you've read it, you'll see all the like nods to it, but it's not Pride and Prejudice. So I think you would enjoy it. It's called Pride and Premeditation.
I feel like I've seen that book before.
And it's really fun.
And maybe I would. It's just, yeah, like I wish I was, as a reader, I wish I was more into it. It's just, they're so dry. And I'm like,
That's fair.
I can't. And I think that maybe is why I like Megan Quinn so much is I'm along for the ride. Hop on the train. Here we go. Yeah. Like you're telling me what's happening. I can visualize it.
That's this one. Like I'm very like, I'm just here. It's not like fantastic, but is it fun? Yeah.
All right.
But I think you're gonna love it. I
have a copy of it. So
there is a toad that doesn't speak, but he puts up signs when he wants to talk, like you know, like those applause signs or whatever. He puts up little signs, and he wears a little crown, and it's really cute.
Oh no. I'm glad you liked it though, but Fina's saying a lot of people hated it. And that's so
yeah, I can see why people don't like it. Like it's very go with itness, and a lot of people I know don't read with go with itness.
Okay. Is that the Pride and Premeditation? I feel like that's accurate.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I was like, I'm not 100%.
And her new one is coming out November 12th, and I have her pre-ordered.
Ooh, nice.
Because they don't feel like it, but they all the covers look like they're embroidered.
Okay.
The way the cover design is, it looks like
it's talking about then, yeah.
Yeah, it's nightly.
Oh. I would not have thought about that until you typed it, Shannon. But now that's where my head's at. So basically, the rest of this live is going to be X-rated. Sorry, not sorry, everybody.
Like, is it perfect? No, but is it a good time? Like, just to have, like, I have it on the audio going while I'm cleaning. You know, like while I'm organizing something or while I'm cleaning or something.
I have been doing a lot of my diamond art lately. Oh, okay. Oh, there's a bug in here and I can see it. I didn't kill it either.
I have fruit flies in here and it's pissing me off because I have no fruit in the house. I'm like, why do
we fertilized some of the house plants and there must have been eggs or something. They had overtaken the house and then we got a fly trap.
I hate them.
Like hundreds were on there. Much better now. They're a lot slower and stupider, so we can kill them. But it was touch and go there for a long time.
You want to know a little trick? Put balsamic vinegar in a cup, and they like the smell of balsamic vinegar, and they go in and they die.
Yes, I'll have to remember that next time. Because we tried the vinegar, soap, and water, and that did not happen.
Yeah, oh, no. I think that's why, because I had it last night. I had a
that's the worst.
It wasn't wine, but it was coconut rum and Coke last night.
Yeah, I hate it when because they started getting my coffee, especially early in the morning. Do not mess with my coffee.
Do not mess with my coffee. Do not speak with me until my coffee is done.
Yeah.
Greg has learned this.
This is the diamond painting. I've done a little bit more since I took this photo, but
oh, I love it.
Currently, there it is. I have so much fun doing them. It's giant. Let me tell you, this thing is like 20.
Do you have enough wall space?
Oh no. See, I found that because I joined this group. They're my enablers. And one of them was just like, how do you store them? Because the same thing is like, I don't have enough space on all the walls in my house to be able to put every single one up. And someone was just like, well, you're never going to find like the portfolio things that you can do the small, like 11 by 14 ones, but they have giant art portfolios that would fit the large ones. So I bought one of those, which I need to open once I finish that one, because I don't have a frame for it yet, but we'll see.
That's a good idea.
I'm excited about it. And then my cousin, there's another one that I have it's under too much stuff to be able to pull out, but it's Halloween themed. And my cousin bought one, the same one. And so we're going to start it together, which will be a lot.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, because this thing is a lot larger than I thought it was. You see dimensions online and you're like, oh, that sounds big, but I think it's doable. And then you end up like unraveling it and you go, this is still opening. There's more to it. Yeah. But it has a cat on it. So
you're sold.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I think next month I'm debating. I know, Alicia, you're not going to do it, but I'm very much debating rereading Throne of the Fallen, possibly even Kingdom of the Wicked, because I can do the audiobooks with a lot of sports on during the weekend now. I can diamond paint while the sports are on and still have my audiobook, and that would be a good one to just kind of have as background noise. Maybe I'll put it on during work.
If I would reread anything, it would be the one that came out last year.
Yeah, Throne of the
Fallen.
The Fallen, yeah. Secret, I keep getting them back
Secrets up. Is the one that's coming out.
That one. And Liz, I know you were concerned that I didn't get the Fairy Loot copy of the special edition one, but I woke up at 4 a.m. yesterday and have secured my copy. So we're okay. It is. As long as you have the TV on pretty low, you can have earbuds in to listen to the audiobook and be solid.
That's what I do.
But yeah.
Or I have like an ASMR room on, like a full looking room or something.
I have a white noise machine that I go to bed to, and it's just rain now. It used to be ocean waves, and then I started feeling like I could hear something extra in there, and I'm like, we're gonna go ahead and switch you up. But yeah.
So I did read Sleepy Hollow and Other Stories this month, which was interesting.
But it's getting muffly. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I couldn't hear. I was like,
hold on. Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
Because I've never read the original, and I have a friend of mine sent me a couple retellings, so I wanted to read the original before I read the retellings.
Okay.
And it was a solid 3-star. It wasn't perfect. It was very of its time, but like I can respect it for what it was.
Yeah. Liz, you got to remind me. I think it's the same, but I got the UK version, also purple edges, beautiful. But I think it's a slightly different cover.
So I'm going to ask you, can you wait for me to read? Because I'm going to read either in November or the end of October What the River Knows, to read the second one.
I do need to read that one.
Can you wait for me for that one? Because I want to buddy read it with someone.
No, I can, yeah. Because I need to read the first one, and then, yeah, I'll wait till the second one comes out, so.
Yeah. Because I was going to wait till, like, the first week of November, because I don't think it'll take long to read. So. Because everything's coming out November 12th. Like, no.
There are so many things coming out back to back. It's nuts. The What the River Knows is the first.
Isabel Ibanez?
Yeah.
I think I'm saying her last name correctly.
I can't.
Ibanez, something like that.
But yeah, the cover's really pretty. And then the second book is The Secret
What the Library Hides.
What the Library Hides, not The Secret Library.
You were close.
I know there was library in the title.
I prefer, like, I like the Barnes and Noble versions because of those covers.
Yeah. That one, oh, I don't think they have it anymore, but the first one had a dark purple cover.
I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I got it.
The dark, like, eggplant purple. It's like a dark purple.
Yeah. So that one, I don't think I would have a chance to read it until next year, but I would read it with you. New pre-order. Okay. I definitely have the new one pre-ordered. I think I debated too on which copy. Do I get the Barnes and Noble one? Do I get the regular one?
I have the Barnes and Noble one because it's gonna match the other one that I have.
I think I ended up getting that one, and I was hoping one day I would just find the other one.
And there's very few books that I have ordered for next year.
I have so many. Ah, she ordered both. Yep.
Let me see.
I have a lot of things pre-ordered. I'm not gonna lie.
Not as many as I did last year because a lot of the pre-orders that I pre-ordered last year, I ended up not liking.
Oh.
Like The Familiar, for example. I pre-ordered that so fast, and I hated that book. Probably like the most. I don't want to say I hated it. It was just disappointing because
yes.
And it was the most meh 3-star book I've ever read in my life.
I feel like I just have been really meh about a lot of books this year so far.
Me too. That's why I'm just leaning into what I want to read right now.
Yeah, the Agitator series was the one where I was like 5 stars. Everyone gets a 5 stars.
Yeah, I have Enter the Dragon by Fonda Lee ordered for January 7th. It's a book about Bruce Lee.
Oh, okay.
A fantasy book about Bruce Lee. And my dad used to fight professionally, so I grew up watching Bruce Lee films with my dad.
Oh, cool.
So it's kind of like our thing. And then I have Bemused by Pharaoh Roshan. It's a retelling of Hercules by the Muses' perspective.
Oh.
And then, of course, I have Not Quite by the Book by our Julie.
I have that. Julie Hatcher.
Yes. And then the last book I have ordered,
because I'm going to want to call her Julianne Lindsay on any live stream. So it's Julie Hatcher.
I know. It's just habit, I think.
It'll get easier.
And then I have 2 books ordered for March 18th.
Okay.
One is a horror book, which you're not going to be into.
Nope.
It is called The Haunting of Room 904.
Oh.
And then the second one is called Buffalo Hunter Hunter by my favorite, Stephen Graham Jones. But I'm ordering that from his local bookstore so I can get it signed.
There you go. Let's see. I'm afraid to look at what I have pre-ordered.
They're coming into next year. I don't have much pre-ordered this year.
Actually, I think I did pretty good. Or at least I've received a lot. So yeah, Throne of the Secrets, Throne of Secrets.
Yeah, that's in my Barnes and Noble pre-order.
Ooh, How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, the Barnes and Noble edition. That's by Megan Quinn. That's the one that's coming out.
Oh, I didn't know she was doing a Christmas one.
Yeah.
You know I'm a sucker for those cheesy Christmas romances. I'm a sucker. I watch freaking Hallmark all year round.
Oh, I guess if those are the only 2 physical books, I have a lot more Amazon. Oh, wait, hold on. It's too hard to tell. I have it on an Excel sheet. They're all here. There's too many.
Well, that's one thing I have to do is go through everything and put it on a list. And read versus unread.
I had to create a list because Bookish Box got so far behind, and I'm like, what the hell's coming? And then we got this new fulfillment company, and then all of a sudden I had like
everything came at once
of things coming at me. They're almost completely caught up, which is just blowing my mind because they were really far behind.
And I do have 2 Harlequin books pre-ordered because 2 of my favorite authors. And I love this title. You're going to enjoy it because you are. It is a book by Terry Wilson. It is called, I love these titles, Fa La 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 Faking It. It's about a fake relationship.
It looks
so effing cute.
It's too bright.
Hold on. Oh, please. Boop, boop, boop. There we go.
I can hear the cats doing something. Oh,
these covers are so cute. But it's just like I'm not reading. I'm trying to read all my backlist ones, so I've only been buying ones by authors that I want to continue the series when it comes to Harlequin.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better because
I have a lot of unread. Right. Harlequin is my biggest section of unread because because they are only available for a month and then they disappear.
Yeah. Ooh, Lore Olympus.
Lore Olympus is coming. But I'm waiting for it to come out in paperback because I have all the rest of them in paperback.
What Emily Henry book? Because I'm really liking this funny story.
Which one did I did not like the one that I read from her.
The vacation one.
Oh, I hated it.
Yeah.
I was just like, these people are pissing me off and I don't give a shit.
You might not like this one.
People we meet on vacation, I was like, I want to punch people in the face.
Yeah, I don't know if I would recommend this one to you. Yeah.
The one that I was curious about was Book Lovers.
Book Waters.
I think that's where.
I have to look into that. Book Waters. I don't think I've heard of it.
Book Lovers.
Oh, Book Lovers. I thought you said Waters, and I was like, I don't think I've heard of that. Book Lovers. I would be interested in that one. I think I owned it for a while, and then I just
that is the one I'm kind of curious about.
And I had never read it, so I was like, okay, we're just gonna go ahead and give this away. But yeah, now that I'm reading this one, I'm like, I kind of wish I had kept it because now I'm curious about more. But I think to preserve space on my shelf, I might try to look for a Kindle version that takes up no space at all. Although with everything happening with like Audible and some of those like being taken out of your library after you purchase them, I'm kind of like hesitant to buy anything because I'm just like,
switch to Libro FM.
But for like Kindle books, like an ebook.
Oh, Kindle, yeah.
Can they take those away from me? Rude. I don't know. They haven't yet, but
I don't think so.
Hard to say. I mean, I paid money for the audiobooks and they took those away. So
the one from Kennedy Ryan pissed me off. And then they were like, since you have her other books in your library, you want to repurchase it at a different price.
No.
Here's the funny thing. They didn't even redo it. It has the same audio narrators.
That's dumb.
That we listened to when we did it for book club a couple years ago.
I refuse to rebuy.
I just out of spite, I was like, I'm not doing it.
Like, I'd love to support you as an author, but
I love her, but that's horseshit. Like, I can see like republishing it, but don't get rid of it if people already purchased it.
Yeah. What? I don't like that.
That's why, like, I don't buy anything over $2.99 for a Kindle anymore.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start utilizing my library more because they have Kindle books. I'll rather support them.
That's the thing I use a lot when it comes to Kindle books. I use Libby and a lot more.
I need to use them more often because rather than buying things, I could just save myself and still read it.
Yeah, there's ones that I'm gonna always buy, like stuff by Julie, of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I have to talk to her about when we want to have the discussions for the Kitty Couture series next
year. I have a Kindle that I do that specifically for, but I do have to turn on Wi-Fi every now and then to like upload the new stuff. So if something happens, then I would lose something else, which is a real bummer.
But here's the thing. If you get it through Libro FM, it's still the same thing as like Audible.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still the same price, but they give you a PDF file of the book to download with the purchase of the audiobook.
It's cool.
And it supports local bookstores. So you can when you create an account, you can say, I want to support whatever your local used or independent bookstore is, and the money will go towards that bookstore. The money you spend will go towards that bookstore. which I think is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish my library told me what I saved. That would be awesome.
You don't have a favorites thingy? They don't have a favorites?
Like how much I saved by reading through the library versus actually physically buying.
I love Chirp. 99.9% of the time, the same day that Audible has sales, they have sales on the same book.
Yeah. But I've seen that before. All right. I'm starting to get hungry. So I have to wrap this up a little bit. Sorry, guys. But I do want to remind everyone on Friday over on Alicia's channel, Birdie in the Books, we will be reading A Lion's Pride by P.L. Stewart. It's going to be at 5 p.m. So a full hour, or 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern. So an hour ahead of when we will be doing it when we do these. So that'll be this Friday. Make sure to come and join us. And then
it'll be spoilery because it's book 4 in an ongoing series. So spoiler. I'm going to have a tag on it, but I'm just saying there's going to be spoilers. There's no way to avoid spoilers because it's book 4.
At this point, if anyone joins a live stream and they're upset about a spoiler, that's on them.
Oh, I've gotten responses on people watching the replay. I'm like, I put a spoiler tag on there, so that's kind of your fault.
Yep. And then a whole month from today, so spoiler alert, mentioned it earlier in the live, but our next live stream, tackling the TBR Volume 10, is going to be October 30th. We're still 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time, but the following one, Daylight Savings Time, will kick in. So for those of you that are
so late here, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Not that it bothers me. It's kind of nice when it's like 8 o'clock. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad when it's at 9 for you guys. I'm just like, 9 o'clock rolls around for me, and I'm ready to crawl into bed. So
the worst was like, if it was like 7 p.m. your time, because that's 10 p.m. my time.
Yeah, no, that would be terrible.
Because I used to be in a book club where it was like everybody was on the West Coast, and it wouldn't start till 7 p.m., which meant 10:30 my time. I was like, guys, I'm tired.
No worries, Liz. If you pop in, great. If not, we fully understand.
No, I completely appreciate it. Don't feel obligated.
Yep. Definitely.
But we try to go as non-spoilery as possible in the beginning.
What? Say it again?
I always try to go like as non-spoilery in the beginning of the discussion.
True. Yep. So if you do pop in, aim for the first 15
like half an hour
or so. Yeah. We do start with the ending first. We always do.
Yeah.
And I've just never gone through and looked at the comments after these live streams. So if anybody
it's just I don't see, like, I guess because it's on my channel, it lets me know someone commented on this. So it's like,
hopefully they're all nice.
99.9% of the time, yeah. And then sometimes you just get the real
dumb people.
Like,
it's fine. We can say
some guy who tries to mansplain my view on classics to me or whatever. And I'm just like, shut up.
Yeah,
you don't have to watch. Like, that's the whole thing. If you don't like it, click off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's YouTube. There's a gajillion videos.
Exactly.
Yes.
Dish the dirt 110%.
You know, we'll be doing that with Julie's book in November.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be talking about the ending first.
I really need to read that before. Maybe I'll make that my next book after I finish Belladonna.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's been fun, everybody. And we shall see you guys in a month. Wait, hold on. I forgot all my stuff that I have to do. Where's my brain at, guys? Thank you, Alicia, for joining me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone in the comments for watching with us live. Thank you, everyone later for watching us on the replay. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to Nicole / Who Picked This Book Club and Alicia. And don't forget to...
I do it all the time because it's inverted on your screen. I do it all the time.
And yeah, hopefully next month I will be in front of my new bookshelves, but there were issues and
we'll need a bookshelf tour once it's done.
I needed to be out of my room for a while because were happening. So yeah, we will talk to everybody in a month. Happy reading and good night.
Bye.
Bye.